The universe is a vast and mysterious place filled with wonders beyond our wildest imagination. But some of the most profound mysteries are not out there among the stars, but right here, in our own past. We will step into a vessel I call the chronosphere, built to peel back the layers of history. Our quest, to find the very first seeds from which a great country grew. We need more than dates, we must feel the why and the how. The crisp air of a world without skyscrapers, voices in forgotten dialects, ideas that would shake the world. Our chronosphere is calibrated, locked to moments when colonies took a leap of faith. Let us engage the temporal drive. The familiar world dissolves into quills, candlelight, revolution. History is messy, complicated, and intensely human. Courage and conflict intertwined. The chronosphere shudders, dials spin, settling on a date of profound importance. We bear witness to a first signature, a radical yes to a new kind of government. Wood smoke, damp earth, the clatter of carriage wheels, the clang of the blacksmith. We have arrived. December 7, 1787. In Dover, modest buildings, muddy streets today, the center of a political universe. Farmers, lawyers, merchants, ordinary men facing an extraordinary choice, the Constitution. In a world of kings, the phrase, "we the people," is dangerous and thrilling. Delaware sees opportunity. Equal representation in the Senate safeguards its voice. A way not to be drowned by larger neighbors like Virginia and Pennsylvania. A cheer. The vote is unanimous. Delaware, first to ratify, earning the first state. Their swift decision was strategic. Momentum, encouraging other states and securing success. Many small, brave decisions, Delaware laying the first stone of a republic. The current flows, re-engage, the others are debating their futures. Onward. 5 days later, December 12, 1787, Philadelphia, cosmopolitan, the largest city in North America. Commerce, philosophy, political fervor fill its streets and halls. Here the Constitution was drafted. Now Pennsylvania must embrace its own creation, the second state. Contentious debate, this large, diverse state holds many voices. James Wilson argues for a strong, united nation, defense and prosperity for all. 1681, William Penn receives a vast grant conceiving a holy experiment. Religious freedom, fair dealings, peaceful coexistence, radical for the age. Penn was a gifted marketer, pamphlets translated across Europe. He promised liberty of conscience, trial by jury, a voice for the people. Immigrants came, German pietists, Swiss Mennonites, French Huguenots. A melting pot, dynamic, sometimes turbulent, a preview of America. A short hop across the Delaware River, December 18, 1787. Trenton, New Jersey becomes the third state with a unanimous vote. Like Delaware, a smaller state, equal footing in the Senate protects its interests. Long seen as a keg tapped by Philadelphia and New York, its commerce drawn away. A major battleground, Trenton and Princeton proved the need for unified defense. Less about philosophy, more about hard-won pragmatism. 1664, land granted to the Duke of York, then to Carteret and Berkeley, province of New Jersey, split into East and West, different philosophies took root. West Jersey's concessions, freedom of religion, trial by jury, representative assembly, before such ideas were common. It even banned imprisonment for debt. Though short-lived under a royal governor, these seeds of liberty helped New Jersey readily embrace the Constitution later. January 2, 1788, Augusta, Georgia, milder air pine on the breeze, Georgia ratifies swiftly and unanimously the fourth state. For Georgia this is urgent survival, not abstraction. Spanish to the south, constant pressure, powerful Creek to the west, frequent, often violent conflict. A strong national government promises protection, military and financial support. Vast, sparsely settled lands, constant anxiety at the edge. Dial back to 1732. James Oglethorpe, reformer, seeks a philanthropic colony. A fresh start for England's worthy poor, and a buffer for the Carolinas. Early Georgia banned slavery, outlawed rum and limited land to prevent an aristocracy. Enforcement faltered. By the 1750s, restrictions overturned. Idealism yielded to economic reality. Hartford, January 9, 1788. After debate, Connecticut decisively ratifies the fifth state. In Philadelphia, an impasse, population versus equality. Connecticut's Sherman and Ellsworth propose a solution, the Great Compromise. A House based on population to satisfy the large states, and a Senate with 2 per state to satisfy the small. Their gift for governance reaches back to the fundamental orders of 1639. A unified government, authority from the governed, earning the name the Constitution state. Experience in self-rule helped forge the compromise that saved the Constitution. Boston, February 6, 1788. Intense, closely fought debate. If the cradle of the revolution rejects the Constitution, the project could fail. Hancock supports ratification. Adams too, on one condition: add a Bill of Rights, protections for speech, religion and the press. Massachusetts ratifies the sixth state. 17th century Puritans sought a covenant society, a city upon a hill, town meetings, public education, community independence, a duty to resist tyranny, spirit that led from Tea Party to the shot heard around the world. Annapolis, April 28, 1788. Maryland becomes the seventh state. A decisive vote that adds momentum and isolates holdouts. Maryland's roots, a haven for Catholics amid persecution in England. From the start, Catholics and Protestants together, toleration as necessity. 1649, Maryland Toleration Act, among the first of its kind. It pledged that none be troubled, molested, or discountenanced for religion, though imperfect and contested. A precedent echoing into the First Amendment and onward into pluralistic America. We stood in humble taverns and grand statehouses, Delaware, Pennsylvania, New Jersey, Georgia, Connecticut, Massachusetts, Maryland. Each brought a vote, history, character, values, woven into a national fabric. Union was not inevitable. Debate, compromise, even luck carried it through. We see Connecticut's compromise in Congress's very structure. We hear Massachusetts's demand for liberties in every rights debate. The past is not distant, it is our foundation. From Delaware's first yes to vital compromises, these early states drafted a blueprint we are still writing today.